for the new sub, my friends. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another free-for-all Pilgrims Regicide game with diplomacy. We don't know who will be sniped, we don't know who will be allied or enemy. It's always crazy in this map. If you're new to this map, you start with your villagers and your king, which you need to keep alive on a small little island, and then you can transport to the mainland where there's a lot more to find. This is not played on Explored, so players will not know where to go. It's madness. It's madness. It's a Pac-Man map. That's funny. It's a Pac-Man map. You know, the other difference with this, as I was just reading off to people here on Twitch, is players can research Elite Petard at the castle. So that will be fun to watch. Also, trade carts can now garrison units, which means if you're trading with someone, you can garrison units in that trade cart and try and snipe them. And if you snipe them, the dead king gives you 4 relics. I shouldn't say it gives you 4 relics. When a king is killed, then 4 relics appear where its body is. So, yeah, there's just a lot of exciting elements to this game. Pilgrims is one of my favorite all-time community game maps. As far as quality games go, I think probably a lot of the top 10 community games we've seen have been on Pilgrims. People are getting better and better at it now as well after watching years of Pilgrims games, so the meta is always being reworked. So personally, I feel like the best strategy would be to go to the back corner, because then you're far away from people, and then you can boom up. Your start will be slower, but later on you can't really be surprised all that much. But one could also make an argument that you then are trapped in that corner, so I don't know. Let's wait to introduce the players, chat. I think we'll introduce the players after all the town centers are down. There's many players here who have played before. Let me just fix this. Oops. It bothers me there's that space in the overlay. Perfect. Alright, KevKid says, hey, what's up? Hope you've been well. Good to see you here, man. Hope you've been well, too. Lee Chukanoob says, this will always be the butt cheek map for me. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. So there are wolves out on this map. And I know that people in the chat would like to see a T90 woo, but the players won't. Oh, God. And there's no loom. Oh, there's 4 wolves here for Ariane. Oh, this is going to be so tough for him. Oh, don't run this way. No! Oh. 4 wolves versus 4 villagers. Who will win with no loom? Oh, God. Get the woo-woo-woos in the chat. You have to attack it, man. Yeah, let her go. Let her go. Oh. That was honestly the best play. Just figure out which villager was being attacked by the wolves and then go somewhere else. And thank God he's not going here or here, because there were more wolves. There's wolves everywhere in this back corner, in all honesty. There we go, chat. Well done, well done. I'm loving the T90 Woo spam. I think it's time to introduce the players. In the blue, we have... I call this person Salty by accident. It's like I have dyslexia or something. But we'll call this person Sally Mac. Playing as the Goths, by the way. We just saw Ariane, who's playing as the Byzantines. In the north, we have Gunsha. I'm not sure where he'll place his TC. Oh, he's actually placed his TC here. But he's playing as the Spanish. We have Snippy, the guy who's known for his sniping, the legend himself, and playing as the Turks. In the green, we have Magistone. Magistone is playing as the Aztecs. And then a lot of the other players have TC'd their starting island, so they'll have very fast starts because they can create villagers right away. But eventually, they will want mainland control. So for me, it's always a risk to do this, but anyhow. Mongols for Gamisha in the red. In the yellow, we have Shashlik. He's playing as the Vikings. I feel like I'm missing people here. 22 Mundorf. He built a barracks. Wow. That I did not expect. I guess his TC's down here. He's playing as the Byzantines. The lack of order here makes this complicated for me. I think I said Gunsha's Spanish already. I think we're good. I think we're good, chat. So yes, 8 different players. There can only be 1 victor. Not only can you put units in trade carts in this game, not only can you make elite petards, not only do the relics give you kings, but some of the costs are changed for different units as well. Like the the biggest one is Caravan is more expensive. Caravan is the tech that makes your trade carts faster. The reason that's more expensive is because I wanted to discourage players from just trading very early. I wanted them to play standard. Looking out the window today, luckily I do not need to control group kings, because I can use this special little hotkey that Voobly gives me, or user patch gives me, and I can always find the king. So we don't have to worry about that anymore like we did in the good old days. Big shout out to you, Scripter, you user patch god. Thank you very much for everything you've done for this game, because if it wasn't for user patch, Voobly wouldn't be what Voobly is. Did I say the relics give kings? I'm sorry. The relics, if you get 5 relics, you get 5 kings. No, if you kill a king, then you get relics. My casting today has been subpar. I apologize, chat. Good to know you guys are listening. Oh, and it's also on standard victory condition, so you could win with a wonder or with relic victory. Okay, so here's a trivia question for you, Twitch chat. If killing a king gives you 4 relics, can you get relic victory by getting the original 5 relics that are out on the butt cheek part of the map? I think there's actually 4, maybe? I don't know the answer to this, but let's say you collect all of the relics on the map, and then a king is killed, and more relics appear. Do you lose your relic victory? Wouldn't that suck? Wouldn't that suck? Because what you could do, someone could have relic victory incoming. It could be on like 3 years, and you could kill your king to suicide yourself, and then more relics would appear and they would lose the relic victory. I don't know. We haven't encountered this situation before. Someone has to test this for us. But can you imagine, you're on 20 population, and you don't think you're going to win anyhow, so you just kill your own king, so relics appear and they lose the relic victory. That would be hilarious. Somebody get on that. Somebody get on that. This will probably be a long game. I'm sure somebody could test it with this mod. And if you guys would like to test it and you don't have the mod, someone can link you, I'm sure. Alright. Well, Feudal Age time's on the way for many. Gamisha, in my opinion, is the strongest player here in terms of overall skill. He might lack some tact when it comes to strategy. Like Snippy, he's the strategist. No one quite does it like Blue Coffee when it comes to strategy. I think Blue Coffee has played in 4 games in total, and 3 of them are legend videos. I don't know where that guy is. I'd love to see him come back and play in a game. But yeah, Kamisha will have a big jump start with his castle time. Lots of fish. But the problem for him would be getting control of the mainland, because he will likely run past other players when he gets there. You win after collecting 5 relics. Is it just 5 relics? Interesting. I don't know. It's a trivia question. I don't know the answer to it, so. Matrix says he'll test it. Sweet. Marketman12 says, T90, what's up, man? Glad to catch the live stream again. Just finished harvesting garlic with my brother on his farm, drinking a beer now, and getting some sweet T90 action. Cheers, man. Oh, I could use some garlic and Parmesan chicken wings. Oh, man, that sounds so good. Welcome back, Marketman. Welcome back. So, while Gamisha has a faster time, while he has more population at the moment, that doesn't necessarily mean he's going to win, because this is diplomacy, so we could have 3, 4, 5 people team up against him because he has higher score. That possibility is always there. And that is the beauty of diplomacy games. That is also potentially the frustrating thing of diplomacy games if we don't see that, but hopefully players will recognize that he's strong. Oh my goodness! This thing. There we go. Hopefully they would realize he's strong and they wouldn't ally him for too long. Metal, what's up, man? Metal, thank you very much for the Prime. Metal, did you see the video I uploaded, by the way? The chat trick video. For those that saw it on YouTube, Metal is in the Twitch chat. He's the one who did that. I mean, hundreds, possibly thousands of people have done that before, but there was no video on it before, so I decided to make a video. Oh, Age of Doge. By the way, I wanted to tell you because I'd mentioned it to you before, and anyone else who might possibly be interested. If you're a crypto guy, I'm very naive when it comes to crypto, But now people can donate via cryptocurrency. I think there's only 3 or 4 different currencies you can use. But on the Streamlabs page you go to, when you're looking to donate, you can click the crypto tab and apparently contribute with crypto. Again, I'm the biggest noob when it comes to it, but I told Age of Doge that I would do that a couple weeks ago, and I just did that today. Another thing worth pointing out that I forgot to mention, this is not with the HD balance, this is just Age of Conquerors. The downside of having this special mod is that we can't include those other civilizations, so it's classic AOC balance, which makes me think that Mongols would be extremely strong if Kamisha can get to mainland, and he has done so. So his king is chilling out here. Now there's not a lot of stone around here for him, that's the downside of Pilgrims. You never know where those resources will be. And he probably shouldn't scout with his king too much right now. Because he's neutral with Sally. And Sally could enemy him and kill the king with the TC, which is right here, so. Gamisha will be looking for stone, so he can go for Mangadai later on. Neymar says, I died when I looked at the name of the latest donor. Yes, Hentai Fap. Whoever that is has been donating a few times a stream lately. I don't know who that is. It's probably a smurf for someone in the Twitch chat. So, Sally says red don't do that, and Gamisha says 11. Sally started the trade. Did you see the trade cog go down there? Now they have each other on neutral. Something I want to see today is for a top dog like Gamisha to be allied with someone who... Oh, or even be killing someone who's very weak. And then I'd like to see the top dog say, hey, give me resources and I'll stop killing you. We need to see more of that in diplomacy. Because that's how it would work historically. Like, give me 5,000 pounds of gold and I will let you live. That's not exactly what would have been said in history, but that's how I'd like to see it play out sometimes in Diplo. Now, Kamisha's building this tower here just for his king, which is very early, but sometimes players like to put their kings in towers so they don't accidentally ungarrison them out of castles and TCs. Skip It In says, will this game go again so that most of the action happens in 1.5 hours and then 2 hours while one side is camping on islands and the other on the mainland? That's the beauty of Pilgrims. It could be a very long game that never ends, or it could all happen very fast. It's up to the players, really. Because they can choose who to ally with, who to enemy with, who to attack. And there's a lot of strong options for them to use now. Because you can garrison units in trade carts and surprise people that way. And also you can go for the elite petard. So I tried to give players options with this mod. Now, luckily, Shashlike is allied with Snippy. Because he's trying to get to the mainland, again, late. And he's running through Snippy's business, so... Luckily, Snippy lets him live, but... You never want to trust Snippy, guys. He likes to snipe. Just Alba, thank you for 2 months, man. Very much appreciated. Whoa, it works! It works!
No Dogecoin. Such sad.
Yeah, that's not up to me. So I just got my first cryptocurrency donation. That's so interesting. Well, thank you, man. Thank you. That ends up being $6. Thank you, H. Yeah, there's no Dogecoin. I know nothing about cryptocurrency. But I'm sure I'll figure it out. I just wanted to let you know that option is available. Please don't think that I was expecting that from you. I wasn't. I just wanted to remind you and anyone else who might know. Gingerfresh, thank you for the new sub. Okay, so I have a knack for predicting how things will go in games. I'll tell you what, give me to the 35-minute mark, chat. And then once we get to that stage, I'm going to try and predict how this whole game plays out. Who people attack, who gets killed, etc. I think it's too early now because we haven't seen any conversations, but I'm getting an idea of how things might play out. So give me to the 35-minute mark and I'll give you my prediction. I could be way off, but it'll be a challenge for me. Requesting garlic coin. We need the T90 Woo currency. That's what we need. Who doesn't want the Woo coin? So Gamisha has just changed Sally to enemy, and Sally's not having anything of it. Okay, Sally. Okay, they're allied now, and it's important for both of them to be friends for now because they need their fishing ships. Wow, that's a lot of vills for Sally. He must have misclicked the turkeys. But he has had a very strong start here, and he's Goths, and that Goth spam can be tough to stop. Grim, no problem, man. That sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Shocker B says, I miss the days of gambling on this stream. How many people never got to experience the Relic system on my stream? Just curious. Just give me a 1 in the chat if you never got to experience it. It was interesting. You could bet with a fake currency on the stream. But, you know, the stream, if you want to grow as a streamer, you can't have a lot of chat and command spam. I know that a lot of people miss it, but it kind of had to go. We outgrew it. It was cool, though. I've looked into many ways of possibly replacing it, but it just makes things way too complicated. So, instead, you can predict who you want to win now, and then you can look at yourself in the Twitch chat later on and say, I predicted that!
Next game Forest nothing.
This stream took a big step back in my opinion when the Relic system went away. I stopped watching for 4 months. Well, then you weren't watching for the stream, you were watching for the Relic system, though. That's the thing. Like, I really didn't want to talk about this, but I will. The thing is, when I go to streams that have those currencies, and I'm new, I'm not getting a good chat experience. Now, when you're familiar with that system, it's okay, but it's just a ton of spam in the chat with commands, and it's not a good way. I mean, I've talked to streamers way more successful than I am about it, and they said, yeah, it's not something that can exist on a larger channel. So in order to grow, like, my channel and Age of Empires, it kind of had to go. But, I mean, my take on it is, though, if you... Because I had a few people, unfortunately, like, just quit watching the stream. You're probably a big reason you're watching is for the Relic system and not myself, then, so... We'll leave it at that, though. A28, thank you for the... Is BCH Bitcoin, or is that a different currency? Thank you for the $8 then, man. Dolphin Dive, welcome, man. Thank you. But it was pretty cool to see the odds and all of that, but... It's something for smaller streams, really. Gamisha has clicked up to the Imperial Age. So, Gamisha has this little corner with no stone. Did he purchase that castle? Well, I guess he had this stone here, right? So he collected that stone. But it's awful when you're trying to go for Megadai and you don't have stone to build the castles. Bitcoin is BTC. Okay, what's BCH stand for then? I don't know how it works. Bitcoin Cash. Oh, gotcha. So, alright, that makes sense. So I was half right. Thank you. I've been saying for a while, like I mentioned to Carlini when we met up in January, that I wanted to learn about cryptocurrency, but yeah, that hasn't happened. So, Gamisha wants to go Megadai. He's currently allied with everyone except Ariane, Shashlike, and Magistone, who... Well, they aren't that close to him, but Magistone is pretty close. You know, I said I would give my prediction at 35 minutes, but I'm going to give it now. So, here's my prediction. I think the Ariane's side will all be friends with each other for a while. I think Ariane, Shashlike, Gunshot, and Snippy, they'll all... Okay, I take... I got something wrong already. I told you it'd be difficult. Snippy's already turning on someone. So maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe Snippy will break the mold. But I think that on this side we'll have one team, and on the other side we'll have a team. Snippy and Gamisha will be the two to break that up, though. Gamisha will most likely turn on blue or green. And then from there, I really have no clue. My prediction... It's not even fun anymore to try and predict because it's already been ruined. I'm surprised, really, that Snippy has gone for this standard style of booming, and he hasn't added petards, but Maybe he wants the elite petard later on in this game. But it is Turks versus Spanish here. Guncha, he's 40 vils behind Snippy, so it's not going to be easy for him. His king must have been out and about because it's weak. I'm glad we didn't miss a king snipe. Now, once again, this game, it promotes king sniping. You kill a king, and then 4 relics appear. When you're trading with someone, you can garrison units in your trade carts. So there's a lot of reasons why you would want to break your alliances, which is good for us, because we like to see those friendships broken apart, right? Yeah, the kings are all hidden away. I have a hotkey to check the kings if I need to find them. But I'm not going to toggle through all the players' king positions, because it's safe to say that they're all hidden in their bases at the moment. Yeah, like TC there for Mundorf. TC here for Ariane. Guncha and Snippy will be an imp soon. And that means we could see trebuchets. We have 2 strong gunpowder civilizations against each other here. So Snippy could mix in bombard cannons. He's also going for cav archers. Oh, and he has petards here. Now, does anyone have their king on their starting islands? Shashlike does. Oh, which is normally a smart move because you can easily protect it with water control. But he's not expecting anyone would snipe him at this stage. I imagine that's who Snippy's going for, but you never know with Snippy. He might be transporting elsewhere. Oof. Can't you make a mod that when a king takes damage, the spectator window centers on that king? That's a nice idea. Maybe we could get an alert of some kind. Like an alert where it says, you see where it tells you where the upgrades is in the chat? Maybe that's where you could get an alert. But I think moving the control of the mouse would be annoying after a while. I'd prefer to have the control myself, but it's an interesting idea. So what does Snippy have here? He has enough petards to kill a TC. And he has 7 cav archers. Cav archers he has upgraded with bodkin arrow, but that's it. Now, Guncha builds... Well, he's building his 3rd castle now. He has some conquistadors and he has knights. I think Snippy could be in trouble here. Because Snippy, he will not win the Treb War. In fact, he could lose this trebuchet to the knights. But all that Snippy cares about is sniping kings. Poor Shashlike, he's just hit imp. He's just hit imp. And he's allied with Snippy, so he must have noticed this coming. Or at least realized that he's exposed there. And he's running away from this. Now, as he runs away... anyone could snipe him. And also, he has to make it back to his base. But Shashlike will keep his king alive. And Snippy... he's not having a good time with no allies at the moment. Snippy's trebuchet is still alive. Snippy is now mixing in bombard cannons. Let's see. Guncha... you know, I guess the issue for Guncha is still that he doesn't have economy. He has trebs. He doesn't have enough coming out of the castles, though, so this will be a close fight. And just to focus on Shashlike again as he's running, I think he'll be okay here. He might put it in this castle, and Snippy... oh, you've got to be kidding me. Was Snippy's plan all along to go for Gamisha? The only way he gets him is if he surprises him, because Gamisha could kill him. He's going for Gamisha! What? Well, Gamisha, he has Mangadai, and he's attacking Sally, so he broke that alliance. As Sally's king is in this castle, which is not far away from the action we're watching now. Oh, that'd be so sick if Snippy could do it. It's tough for him because he's losing here at the same time. I don't know if losing is the correct term, but he's at least being attacked here, right? Or lose his castle. But I'm not looking anywhere else. Misha's allied with the Snipster. And he doesn't have cartography. He doesn't have cartography. He hasn't researched it because in AOC it costs 100 food and 100 gold. So he won't even see this coming. No Carto when you have this many resources. Oh man, Gamisha. And now, Blue, he could heavily Huskarl soon, so Gamisha might not even kill him here. Alright, let's see. Snippy needs to reposition. This is tough. He needs to reposition his CA. He needs to sit on this side. And then he needs to change him to enemy. Click this. Hey, get him! He got him! He got him! Oh my god, he did it! Gamisha's top score, and Snippy loops the whole way around the map and comes over and finishes off Gamisha, who is just brutalizing green and blue. Wow. Now, Snippy, he could be in trouble himself. His king is right here, and he needs to be friends with Gunsha. What a snipe from Snippy. Let's get some T90 petards in the chat for him. What a play. There's a reason Snippy's a legend, because he snipes knowing that it will like hinder his chance of winning the game. Like, even sniping this king is not the greatest because there's no relics close to him. Someone else could just steal these, but well done, Snippy. Well done, Snippy. Let's look at other players for a moment. So Ariane, I don't know what market they were trading with, but whoever was there deleted it. They are beginning the trade here. Mundorf, he doesn't have much pop right now. Ariane has this corner. Remember I said at the start that I like to go to the corner. So he's nice and safe. 3 castles. Has not made a move yet, so I don't think we'll see an attack from him. Shash, like we talked about earlier, his king is now in his main base. So he's fine. And Gunsha says, yellow on garrison, please. What is he ungarrisoning? I don't know, but this is where Teal's king is. So if yellow wanted to get him, or anyone wanted to get him, it's not far. Snippy is actually holding on for now. Green and blue, I think they're going to be best buds now. Green's king is running into this castle as we speak, and then blue's king is probably still in this castle, and it is. So I think I've given you all a refresher on where the king locations are. Gray might play the Filster role and just be allied with everyone. Yeah, he's playing the Filster role. He's being allied with everyone. He's even building castles with 1 villager. This is probably a Filster smurf right here. Nobody sees him as a threat. There's a potential that he could snipe people because no one will expect it later on. I do agree, Carto kind of ruins free-for-all. You think so? Well, I think cartography is important, though. So you can see what your allies are doing. But I wouldn't mind playing a game without cartography every once in a while, just to see what it's like. I don't know what's happening here. Sniffy and Teal, they're fighting everywhere. They're having a little boxing match out here. Why is Teal building a random tower? Why? This is so interesting. Like, and why is Snippy even focusing on this? What's the importance of this area? There's a sheep. That's what it is. They want some sheep in their diet. I don't know, but the population between Snippy and Teal around where they were before. Snippy has 40 pop more. Ariane starting to trade. So yes, some players are playing more passive than others. Now, Warwolf was just researched, and the overlay bugs out. Warwolf is not Warwolf. Warwolf in this mod means that they've researched Elite Petard. Elite Petards can destroy castles quickly. They can even destroy trees. They're much stronger and faster. And maybe that's what Snippy wants. They're even good against units, guys. I saw Magistone research that as well a moment ago. So you have to research chemistry first, and then you have to be an imp, and you can research that in your castle. Grim is never going to let me forget the fact that I said Britons wouldn't be good in a King of the Hill game, and then he won as Britons in a King of the Hill game. He reminds me at least 3 times a stream. And I see it every time. I don't respond to everyone, but I see it every time. I see a lot of stuff in chat I can't always respond to. So all you trolls out there are at least getting me to read your comments. I'm torn. Like, Gunsha seems like a nice guy, right? I don't want Gunsha to die, but at the same time, I don't want Snippy to die. I think in an ideal world, these guys would be friends. As Snippy is loading up more transports. Yeah, again, I'm not happy that these two are fighting, but what I am happy about, as Snippy kills his own hand cannon, is that Snippy, he's using this as a distraction. So he has elite petards going here. Now I don't know who he would go for, because no one's close to the shoreline, but he's at least considering a snipe attempt. Elite berserks for Shashlike, and man does he have gold, and he has elite petards. So, you know what, if he chops through here, he could go right into Teal's base and snipe that king. Does Gunsha have allies in this world? He does. He does, but I don't know if he should trust the ones to the south. Yeah, here are the relics then, Filster. No one has gotten these relics yet. And Gunsha's now getting Warwolf, which means he can get Elite Petard as well. Trolls of AoE2, rejoice! Yes. I read your comments, my friends. For every 10 comments I read in Twitch chat, I only respond to, like, 1. It's really tough. Not only am I having to follow the game, but I'm communicating with you guys, so it took a lot of time for me to get into it and get used to it. And that's my excuse if I miss stuff, okay? It's not my inability to cast or follow the game, it's that I'm communicating with chat. That's why I don't do a lot of YouTube-only stuff, because then I don't have that excuse, Kappa. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Snippy needs to be careful he doesn't ungarrison his king into a transport. Wouldn't that be something? What if he ungarrisoned his king with the petards? He traveled across the whole map and he's like, oh shit. Whoops. That'd be funny. What's going to happen next? Multiple players have researched the lead petard. Only one person is dead. There's a large attack between Gunsha and Snippy still ongoing. Again, yellow could snipe Teal at any moment. Teal's in a tough position, so he could be sandwiched. Blue and green are allied, and they are trading with Ariane. Okay, yellow is attacking purple, okay. So here's an attack that we haven't seen. Lichuku Noob says, the ones you miss are always mine. Lies, lies. I might miss responding to them, but I see you, man. I see you. Oh boy! Elite petards! Elite petards! Boom! Down goes the Treb. Gunsha just holding on. Just holding on. I have to say, it's a nice move from Yellow to not kill Teal, because Teal's in a vulnerable position. He could easily be taken advantage of. And instead, he's letting the guy live. Ariane now massing elite katas, though he needs upgrades still. How much gold is he getting per trip here? He's getting, where's the market at? 48 gold per trip. It's not amazing. It's not awful either. Where did Snippy send his transports? Okay, so what does he have? Hand cannons and petards, and they're elite petards now. I don't know who he's targeting though. And why? How did Gunsha get this Vil here? Why are there Vil fights on this island? This is the island where villagers train so they're stronger for their next task, I guess. What in the world is this? And Snippy realizes it. Wait, or he did earlier. Putting so much focus on that area. It's so weird to me. So now a lot of Ariane's trade is going through this area, and he's slowly losing his trade carts, and he's getting pushed by Yellow. So Ariane's king is in this castle. It's so tough to kill Byzantines as Vikings. But the elite berserks have full upgrades. The cataphracts do not, and elite petards can make the difference. Again, I'm still trying to keep an eye on the transports. So Snippy earlier looped around the whole map, and he sniped Gamisha here, which was incredible. And that was before Gamisha could even enemy him. A green might be able to snag these relics. Now, where's Snippy going? There's no kings on the islands, right? So logic would say maybe green. Anyone close to the shoreline. But this is a long journey. Maybe he wants to kill that Vil. I don't know. We will keep an eye on that as we keep an eye on the Berserks versus Cataphracts. And yeah, it's a struggle. It is a struggle, but you know, Ariane, I don't think he was prepared. I don't think he was prepared to be attacked this early. And he says, till yellow is attacking me, kill him. Who's Till? Sally said it was worth a try. Wait, what? What was worth a try? Snippy has changed blue to enemy. Oh, the trade cards! He used it! Snippy realized that these trade cards were coming in, garrisoned with petards. Nice! I love blue for doing that. Amazing. So again, as a refresher, you can garrison units and trade cards with this mod. Now Snippy, he's trying to backstab as well. Says, how do I ungarrison, by the way? Good question. I imagine you just click... Or maybe you have to click the units. Man, Snippy got one epic snipe. Can he get another one? I don't think so. I mean, it would have to be a surprise, right? So he has to turn on someone he's allied with, so maybe green, because green has his king here. That's who he's going for. It's got to be green. Because blue is already against him now. Yellow, he hasn't really advanced further against purple. Populations are both 156 for them. The Cataphract's so good. Will Snippy get the snipe? Guys, I want to see some T90 petards in the chat. Blue, he just sunk that one transport ship. Snippy can't seem to ungarrison. There we go. So he has a small batch of units. Green has not reacted to this. Oh, the units have to run around, don't they? Oh, it's walled off. Oh, it's not walled off. It's not walled off. Do you get a kill?
My build today. Holy feces, who is this Twitch?
Mornis. Holy cow, dude. Thank you. Look at this. Green hasn't reacted. Green's king is here. And I'm pretty sure, now Snippy has no ballistics, but I'm pretty sure Snippy could finish him off here. Snippy changed him to enemy. Green's probably freaking out. His own walls will block the king's path. Where will the king run? Right there. And it's dead! Snippy gets his second king snipe of the game, and he's going to the opposite side of the map to do so. That's the craziest thing. He's not going to someone close to him so he can get the relics. He's going for the shock snipe, and he got it. That's 2 now for Snippy. Who will be the next victim? I love Snippy, man. I love it. Because he might not even win this game, but he just wants to get the highlights. He does it for you, chat. We should all appreciate him. Look, he's loading up more transports. Great stuff from him. Now, I should point out green. The overlay has bugged out on us. Green is collecting the relics. That, wait. Hold on. No, gray is... I'm trying to follow who's getting the relics. It seems like gray and green are sharing them. I was confused for a moment because the gray and the green looked similar, and I thought that... Whoa, man, that's a bugged overlay. Yeah, okay, 3 relics for green. It could be 4 in a moment, I guess. And gray is converting Gamish's villagers for whatever reason. So green... He has his relics in that monastery, and then this monk can be killed off. So gray could get quite a few relics. Guys, can I remove this overlay? Is that cool? Because they bug out in these games, and I feel like that's covering too much of the screen. Alright, let's remove that. So look, take a look at the populations. Let's remove this. Ah, come on, overlay. He's like, don't remove me, don't remove me. There we go. Wait. Should be a hidden option, right? There we go. Cool, we got it. Snippy is about to die, I think. Snippy, he's at 130 population. He's in this small corner. He is... Oh! He has petards. He has petards. Teal is attacking him and blue is attacking him. He's being 2v1. There's no way he'll survive. Teal's king is running, so Teal realized this. Teal has realized and he's running away. As Snippy signals it and says kill, so he's telling Yellow to kill it. It's in Yellow's TC. Snippy kills a castle and a TC from Teal. This is at least payback. Yellow has stopped fighting Purple, so he could focus on this and kill that if he wanted to. He has to see value in that relationship. Guncha says, not today, but Shashlike hasn't done anything yet. I mean, both Guncha and Snippy are having a tough time. That's for sure. Now, normal people would think about resigning here. Snippy, he thinks about making more petards and going for more sniping attempts. So, maybe he'll put his units into transport and then try and surprise someone later on in the game. Yeah, quick wall fails. He'll lose his whole eco. That's for sure. But he's making more petards. And he has a secret little army here. He even has turkeys, so he can make the opponent sleepy by feeding them turkeys. That's the strategy, I'm sure. Can we just talk about how little trade there is in this game? Normally players trade a lot. Normally players are very campy, but this has been quite aggressive. The amount of monks that Gray had earlier was confusing. He's converting Gamisha's villagers. How many conversions did he get? Why is he doing that? 64 conversions. What was the bill high for Gamisha? 98? Alright, 30 more conversions to go. Who needs to create your own vills when you can just convert enemy villagers? Oh man. That's one way to create jobs. That is one way to create jobs. Okay, so Snippy's going this way, I guess. Or trying to. Remember, I said Mundorf is using the Filster strats. His score is really low, but he has tons of resources. He hasn't had to use them yet. And he's building a market, and maybe he will trade with Gray then? I mean, not Gray. He is Gray. With Purple? I don't see Snippy surviving, guys. It's only a matter of time till his king gets sniped. And so he runs off to find new lands. Now, this is standard victory conditions. So do you remember the Legend of Blue Coffee video? The latest one? Well, in that installment of Blue Coffee epicness, he was dying early on, ended up getting to the islands, and he built a wonder. Now, Snippy doesn't have the gold or the stone, but he does have the other resources if he wants to build that. Unfortunately for him, though, if he runs this way, he'll run into blue in his navy, so he needs to be careful of where he runs. I guess he can't get there yet. Yeah, if he gets cleaned up off the mainland, I don't see how he can win water and get free. So, I mean, maybe someone will forget about him. That's his only hope. So where did Teal send his king? Teal's king is back in his castle. Oh, Snippy is exploding the trees with the petards to get to him. Now, can he just run past this? I think you have to run past this. Oh, please get it. I think you only need 5 elite petards to kill a castle. And he has more than that. The hand cannons are needed to snipe the king. Okay, the king runs this way, so Teal is on the ball. And so Snippy will fail again with another snipe. Magic K, this is a special mod. These are elite petards, so you can explode trees. They're faster, they're stronger. And Snippy calls it GG because Blue found him after researching treason. And Blue just says bye. He doesn't say GG, he says bye. And Snippy bows out of the game, but he's killed more than anyone else who's left has. So let's get some salutes in the chat for Snippy. Well played, Snippy. 2 epic snipes, man. I'm sure Magistone and Gamisha disagree, but what is Gray doing? Okay, so now he's getting even more relics. He's still converting enemy villagers. Why is this a strategy? That's a good question about Snippy's king. Did the relics sink? I guess they sank. There's no relics on Snippy's around Snippy's base, so no relics for blue. But all the other kings that got sniped dropped relics. And here's 4 of them from when green got sniped. And then the other 3 are in green's monastery, which, as Byzantines, Gray could convert. He's converting all the buildings, so he could just convert the monastery too. I mean, I've seen a lot of players play this strategically, like Mundorf is. However, when I see players play this way, while they have more resources, they're also very passive when they start using those resources. So I still never know on if we should favor the guy who's played like this, because they seem to not be at the skill level of someone like Sally, for example. And Sally still has res, so Sally's coming this way, and Sally's allied with everyone that's left in the game, so there's got to be a snipe incoming. And purple is pushing against yellow at the moment, and yellow's king is here. So is Sally helping, or no? He's not helping. He wants to kill this king. So Shashlik, who's second in score, is being attacked by the main player now. Yeah, Sally's had an epic game. Epic game, epic resources. Shashlik, he's outnumbered here, and I think he's going to die. He has resources, but his king is about to pop out. Oh, it's run this way. Oh man, maybe, just maybe he can keep it alive. Now, has he realized? I don't think he's realized his king was in there. Blue! Kill the... No! Kill the king, man! Kill the king! There we go, and now yellow realizes. Can yellow come back from this? He has Lee Cataphracts on one side and Huskarls on the other. He can defend versus the Huskarls for sure. But now that it's champions, it might be more difficult. No! Gray has all the relics. So this answers our question. So hold on a second. So green has 3 in his monastery, right? So those don't count. Gray has all the original starting relics. So I said in the beginning of the game, it was a trivia question in the beginning of the game. I said, wait, no, what are you doing? No. Why do you ungarrison these? So apparently you only need the original relics to trigger the relic victory. You don't need the king's relics. So... Oh, and green says one of my relics is original. Wait, really? Well, I'm confused then. Like, green said that in the Twitch chat. So you just need 5 then? I mean, he ungarrisoned 4, so it's hard to tell. Maybe you just need 5? Okay. You just need 5. I guess that's the only thing it could be then. Well, either way, he has... That makes this interesting because as the kings get sniped, more and more relics will be on the map. We could have multiple relic victories, potentially. Wow. You know, I've been thrown off by this game, but I want to take a second to thank everybody for supporting the stream. With Gods, thank you for the $1. He said, here's 10 cents because you're worth it. Yeah, it's $1. I'll take the $1, man. Thank you. Tony, thank you for 20 months of resubbing. Thank you. And Moors, thank you again for the 90 bucks, man. Hope you've been enjoying this game. Dank Rulians, thank you for the Prime sub. And I think we're all caught up, actually. Now, Yellow's king is in this TC, and he's completely surrounded. So I think he'll be the next to die. Let's see, does Purple have relics? He does not. Neither of the surrounding players have relics. So I guess if they steal 4, that won't quite be enough.
By less than 3, what do we call the baby? T90 go, T90 go, T90 go, T90 go, T90 go.
Wait, purple trade. Someone said purple trade. Does he have something garrisons in his trade? Look at purple trade cards. Which ones, chat? I'm sorry. Are they at his base, maybe, and I just glanced over it? That's the one thing. As a caster, it's really tough to see. Wait, I found it. I found the checking idle military. There it is. Okay. Problem solving. He has petards and only petards, and he's going towards blue. And blue's king is here. Oh, this could be sick. This could be sick. He could still kill the king. Shashlight calls the GG. This would be the time. The blue is still focusing on finishing off that king. Petards are in the trade carts. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Ungarrison them. Yeah, I think you have to click them individually, which makes it difficult. And I think, yeah, blue's realized. Blue sees this. Blue knows what's up. I mean, it's running right through its base. And now gray gets the relics again. And Ariane changes blue to enemy. He kills one castle, but I doubt he'll kill the king, as the king has ran into the TC. Did Ariane just sign his death certificate with that decision? Because Sally's playing really well. It was a nice attempt, though. It was a nice attempt. But obviously, blue knows he could be sniped. He needs to keep his eye on things, and he has done so. Now, I don't know why gray keeps ungarrisoning 4 relics at a time. Anyone else notice that? Maybe he garrisoned one. Oh, blue's building a wonder in the center. Okay. So he has, hold on chat. So gray has more monasteries. He has 2 relics here, and he has 3 here. So that's probably what it was. So 5 relics. So we've confirmed that. I mean, building a wonder here is not the best. It can be ranged by trebs everywhere. Not to mention elite petards, right? I think the safest play would have been to blue coffee it and build it out here, and then guard that with navy, but he doesn't exactly have population for navy. Yeah, it'll take a while for that wonder to go up. Who will purple fight with now? Yellow's still alive. Okay, this is confusing. You see how the game says that Shashlike has the relics? You see that R there? He only has 3 relics. So, how does that work exactly? Is that a bug? I know gray has the relics. But... yeah, I don't know. I don't believe that yellow... maybe it's allied victory? That's a good point, but it should be on last man standing, so yellow shouldn't be able to win. That's why I'm confused, because it's last man standing. Maybe last man standing doesn't figure that in. Maybe relic victory doesn't... I don't know. So many unanswered questions here. Allied victory is off. Allied victory is not on. So, it's okay to not know, chat. This game always provides something different for us. Sally's now pushing versus Gunsha, and I kind of forgot about Gunsha. And, you know, he's been trading with Ariane, and he has Conquistadors, Paladins, and Hussars. Yeah, my guess is that the R showed up because they're allied. However, yellow would not win with gray. It would only be gray because allied victory isn't on. So potentially what you could do is you could split up the relics. Put 5 in... just make a bunch of different monasteries. Put them all over the map. And if you need 5 at all times, that's the best play, right? Like gray has some here, and he has some here. Maybe build a bunch of monasteries and split them up. Take some to different islands. I don't know why gray keeps ungarrisoning them, though. Maybe he doesn't want to win with relic victory, but that's something we'll need to focus on. No, yellow would not win with 3 relics. He would... you need 5 to trigger that relic countdown. So if he gets more, like if you were to kill purple or kill teal, then he could get more, of course. Or teal could kill him and get those 3 relics. Blue's Wonder is about to go up, chat. Blue's Wonder is about to go up. And yeah, earlier gray converted one of your units green, and that one unit has been killing everything you have left. So he's just boosting his stats right now. So I don't know how this is gonna go. We have one person with the relic countdown. We have another person who's about to have a wonder countdown. Lots of players have resources, whether it's coming in from relics or trade or just resources they've saved. We have 5 people left. And, you know, because Gots can't stonewall, I guess Sally has barrack walled his wonder. And that'll go up as we speak. So, there it is. And now he's behind the relic countdown, so the relics would win. Unless Gray ungarrisons, or if Gray loses his relics, obviously. I think it's harder to kill the relics than it is to kill the wonder, though. Because, again, the relics can be split up, and there's so many relics on the map now. I never expected this. When the game started, and I said do standard difficulty, or standard win condition, I didn't expect that the kings giving additional relics would make this interesting. But like, Teal could snipe yellow and get a few more relics himself, and then he could start his own relic countdown. There could be 3 or 4 different relic countdowns with all the relics available. Alright. Argo, thank you for the 6. Mr. Junior Hope, you want to know what our Twitch baby will be named. I think Twitch chat should decide that, right? Mr. Junior just subbed for 9 months, guys. What should our Twitch baby be named? I'm thinking Alfred. I like Alfred, but it's up to you, chat. Angela? I don't know. I'm not a fan. Jim? I don't know, Matt. I think Jim is a little bit too normie, right? Let's go for something out of the box. Genghis Khan. Rolf. Rand. Dave. No, we can't name anyone Dave. Can't name anyone Dave. There can only be one Dave. Snail. Where are you guys getting these names from? If I ever am becoming a father, I'll make sure to never contact you to ask for ideas. Harry McGee. I like that. Harry McGee. So it is my goal to remember that. So when he resubs again for 10 months, I'll say, Harry McGee has had a nice life so far. 10 months in. So people need to act, right? People for sure need to act on this. They need to snipe wonders or monasteries, and oh, alright. Well, that wasn't hard. Gray loses his monastery. So now, if blue holds for another 309 years, he wins. There's one single trebuchet there. Gray didn't do anything to stop it. Come on, man. What are you doing? You have resources. This is kind of what I was mentioning earlier. Someone can have a lot of resources, but normally if they're not active in a community game, that's a good indicator they're a tad slower as a player. Oh, it's fine. He'll convert the treb. Yeah, get wrecked. Yeah, he'll convert the treb. He could take the relics back, though. Split them up. I'm telling you, split them up. Build monasteries here, build monasteries here. That would be so epic. Now, Teal has made it in here with a few siege rams to kill the wonder. Wouldn't it be something if these 3 siege rams end up doing it? They could do it. The wonder, while it takes a long time to build it, only has slightly over 5,000 HP. Oh, here we go. The elite petards now. We get some big explosions. He's going for the trebs, so the trebs need to pack up and leave, or they will be donezo. Boom. Boom. Nice. Oh, dude, kill the rams. Is he... He's just not noticing this. Oh, please, kill the rams. Okay, now he notices. Thank God. That was sneaky from Teal. Teal also has a trebuchet here. He has a few buildings. It was this siege workshop in this castle, I think. So luckily he keeps that wonder alive. I gotta give a lot of credit to Shashlike for staying in this game. He's done a fantastic job. Same with everybody, honestly. Because I thought for sure that Teal would be dead and Yellow would be dead a long time ago. But that's not the case. Where does Gray have monasteries? He only has these 2. And he's still converting Green's dead units. Oh, how many conversions does he have? 115 conversions. I'm certain he hasn't converted any live units except for Blue's trebuchet. I mean, that's value, guys. That's value. He doesn't have to spend resources to create units. what an economy he has. He has other people giving him military units. Now this is hilarious. Ariane sniping the relics because Gray's not picking them up. So Ariane says, thank you very much. Oh, and now he turns on Gray. So Ariane could take the relics, if he kills him, could take the relics, and then he could have a relic victory incoming. But still, that would only work if Blue loses his wonder. And he's getting slowly pushed back. Dead Poet, I don't think you can convert wonders. But that would be funny if he could do that. That would be funny. The wonder is not being repaired, but it's being walled up again. You know, with Goths, you just need to have the resources to spam your infantry. Blue doesn't have the gold. So, soon he'll have to spam only halberdiers, or at least he'll have to sell some wood to get gold. I think he'll be okay. But he has a very compact economy, a very compact base, and ideally he would have more map control when he's trying to win via a wonder. Teal could join the fight versus Blue at any time as well, so this will get complicated. Now the king for Gray is down in the southern corner. Where? He's still converting shit. Why are you converting these units? Hold on. Is this everything he's converted? Because he didn't have cav archers, he didn't have champions, he converted this entire army. So he's getting attacked, and he's instead focusing on converting Snippy's dead units. This guy has a thing for dead people. I'm a little bit worried. That's, what does that say? Down goes the castle, and here come the monks from Ariane. Ariane, oh, I'm sorry, wrong person. Ariane has 1 relic, so he needs 4. And he has more monks queued up. So, you know, if Ariane can get a relic countdown started, and then yellow and teal can finish off blue, that will be good for him. And Mundorf has just changed purple to enemy, as he's making off with 3 relics. So this is all very good for purple, because he hasn't really... He faced 1 fight versus yellow, but now I believe they're allied, right? Yeah, they're allied, so no one expects him to be a threat. Man, Sally, though, can they kill him? I think they need to come this way. Yeah. Come this way, and then just deploy some trebs here, and then you kill the wonder. And it's now being repaired. I mean, if Gray ends up winning the game with this Rise of the Dead strategy, that would be epic. I know that he probably won't get King Snipes. Based off how I've seen him play, I don't think he'll get many King Snipes. But if he were to somehow win, I don't care how, that would be hilarious. Especially if he sniped a king with other people's units. That would be hilarious. But yeah, blue, there's no way blue survives here. There's no way. I mean, I should take that back. He can survive, but there's no way he wins with the wonder. Look at the trebs Gray has waiting here. Yeah, I mean, you only need 3 or 4 trebs to fire twice, and then down goes the wonder, so. And teal is thinking about coming in as well. So, this is good for everyone except for blue and yellow, because they're exhausting a ton of resources fighting each other, and they're canceling each other out. So they're just throwing resources down the shitter, and teal, he's sitting back, he's trading, right? Yeah, look at his gold. He's trading with Spanish trade. Purple, he's doing the same. Purple's going to get relics, and they're not wasting res. Now, the king of not wasting resources is Gray, because he's converting enemy units still, right? So, I mean, that's good, but he's lost so much map control, I don't think he can do it now. I mean, maybe he can build a wonder himself. That's an idea. Skip says, T90, wouldn't running 40 petards towards the wonder do the trick? Totally, it would. It would. Because the elite petards are so strong, it only takes 2, I think, to kill a barracks, so. You just gotta commit. Just gotta commit. Can you convert more units than you have pop space? Yes, you can. So theoretically, you could be at 1,000 population. You could. I mean, you need to find more dead guys. Convert some of Blue's units, maybe. I mean, It's possible. Okay, yeah, teal's going around the long way. Where's blue's king? We kind of forgot about that. It's right here, so he could also lose his king. Not only is he at risk of losing his wonder, but he's at risk of losing the game here, so... And purple, I think, yeah, this will be his 5th relic. So assuming you just need 5, yeah, he has 2 different monasteries, and he will soon be there. And he's making elite petards to maybe snipe yellow or something. He's just collected a few more relics. I'd love to see him split up the monasteries. But honestly, he just needs to put them in the back corner. He's Byzantines, he has 8,000 HP on his castles. Back corner would be great. Yo, Sean, 21 months, chat. Sean has gifted, listen to this, 200 subs on this channel. He is subbed for 21 months in a row at tier 3. And he's the biggest donator by far on this channel. Sean, thank you, man. Thank you. I'm surprised you haven't gotten tired of me yet, bro. Thank you for everything. Welcome to the stream. 200 subs. That's nuts. That's nuts. I mean, it's at 140 years. I still feel like blue will lose this eventually. I mean, at the very least, gray could go after him, right? So assuming blue dies, I think this is looking very good for Ariane, tactically. Now, yeah, there we go. He gets the relic countdown. I think for Ariane, you probably want to make sure your relics are as far back as possible, which he's now doing. And then let blue live. Let blue live until the last second. Because the longer blue has a countdown, the longer people will not focus on Ariane. Versus if blue's wonder goes down now, then there's 350 years where people can kill Ariane. So the karma, or sorry, the kama, the kama, I think I'm saying that correctly. And Shaft Gravy, thank you guys for the new Prime subs, really appreciate it. So blue is now being attacked by Ariane, which again I personally think is a poor decision. I would garrison the relics and I would wait, but still could work out for him. He has skirmishers, cataphracts, and Labrowie boys. The elite petards are insane. I wish regular petards could do that to units. If regular petards had the same speed and they could just do that to units, it'd make it somewhat viable instead of just first buildings and walls. Down goes the castle, and then the TC's right here, which has the king in it. And gray has yet to make a move. I think blue is getting finished off slowly but surely. Now teal could see this as an opportunity to snipe yellow. Yellow's king is not far from this, right? So, you know, for teal and purple, this is very nice. They're not being focused on at all. Bogus45, that's another guy right there who's been supporting my stream for a long time. Thank you, Bogus, for everything. Who's building that? Gray is building a wonder? Where is he building it? Here. And he has his king in this tower. Alright, so that'll take a while to complete. We've now had multiple relic victory attempts, and now multiple wonder victory attempts, but the end is near for blue. The end is near. You know, I don't even know if he can continue to fight. I think that he'll just be finished off entirely. Very fitting that blue's wonder is based on a tomb. Yeah, it is. It is. You know what? This is very good for gray, because now gray can use his pro strategy against blue's dead units. Blue says GG. He will resign, and gray, he can get all of his monks and start converting these. You should probably say, blue, can you send some halberdiers my way so I can enemy you and convert them? That would be great. Whoa! What was that? Do you know how many resources that was? This Mundorf guy, his strategies are so good, even we can't understand. That had to have been intentional, but why? Why would he do that? Look at his resources. I don't understand it. But okay. You know, Blue's King is still alive, by the way, and there will be 4 relics available if someone kills that king. If he just resigns, the relics will not appear. Okay, Blue wants to continue to try. He says, Doc, please, I want to trade. Let's not get too judgy, chat. These are community games. These are not pro games. So let's not be all holier than thou, like, oh, he should do this. He can do what he wants, right? But I am confused. I'm very confused. Ariane has how many relics now? He has, yeah, so he has 7 in total, 1 in this monastery. And he's definitely playing for the relic victory. No doubt about it. He has more walls going up. So this is where Teal should realize this, and this is when you need to settle your differences with people you're fighting against and try and snipe the guy going for this strategy. Most of them should be aware. In fact, is anyone enemy to Ariane? Well, Gray and Blue are. But Yellow and Teal, they could be communicating and saying, hey, listen, he's Byzantines, he has lots of walls, it'd be very difficult to get to him if we don't go to him soon. Yeah, Ariane is not concerned with fighting anymore. It's just relic victory. Does Gray know it is last man standing, so no allied victory? Good question. I can't answer that one. I said it in the game room ahead of time that there's no allied victory. So that's all I know. Maybe Gray thinks that maybe he deleted the wonder because he thinks that he'll win because he'll be allied to the winner? I don't know. I myself am assuming they got the settings correct on the game as well. And maybe it is allied victory and they just didn't get the settings correct. Now Yellow is massing petards out of this castle. Teal's king is right here. Earlier they were attacking each other. Okay, and Blue's king is now... Oh, Blue's king is running! Oh, it's dead. It's dead. I don't even know if 4 relics can fit here. Look at this. The king is trapped. He has no way of escaping unless a dock... Unless a transport shows up. Yeah, he's dead. He can't swim. Despite being fat and buoyant, he cannot swim. Can the relics... Yeah, okay, the relics appear there. And the transport was just a little bit too late. So, I'm curious, is that paladin bugged now? I think it can move, right? Yeah, okay. Alright, so there's 4 relics there, and Teal has none. Yellow has 3, so if Yellow gets there, he can get a relic victory countdown as well. Can you heal a king with a monk? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. But that would have been too much to ask. Oh my god, Gray's here. Gray's here. So, Gray... His whole army has basically been other people's units. I don't think he's created one cataphract, right? Okay, he's now making stables, but... He hasn't created much. He's just converting shit. And he's maneuvering around with these units too. It's hilarious. But he could get these relics. You cannot convert a king, no. I'm very curious. I don't know how this will go. Okay, we have an intentional trade delete from Ariane. He's committing to this. He's going to lock the gates so no one can trade with him, and he's deleting his trade. That way he has more population for military and defense. This is with AOC balance, so you look at these trade cards. This is with AOC balance, so you cannot cut through with Siege Onager. However, you can cut through with the petards, chat. So someone could come here with petards, blow up the trees, and get in. Now that's asking a lot from players who can't see what we can see, but it's possible. So yeah, Purple now has 14 farmers, 2 lumberjacks, 2 builders, 22 idols, so he has 40-50 villagers. The rest is all military. Did I say? Oh, you can't. I'm sorry. You can cut with Siege Onager. You can't cut with Onager. That's what I meant to say. For some reason today, my casting has just been... I've been misspeaking, but luckily chat knows what they're talking about. Luckily, at one point, I taught you guys the right thing. So you know, when I slip up. Yep, my bad. So, who's left, though? We have Byzantines. They don't have Siege Onager. Spanish, they don't have it. Vikings don't... Oh, my God! What is this? What is this? That explosion, though! That was like the fireworks on the 4th of July. Holy cow. And teal is turning on yellow. Yellow's king is towards the center, but he's taking some big losses now. 100 population, just like that. That was 50 population and one explosion went down for both players. Woo! And I think maybe teal wants to kill the monastery from yellow because he doesn't know how many relics he has. He sees the R next to his name. Yellow's also top scorer. So, I mean, based off what we know, that's probably not the best if we want to see Ariane killed off. But he's playing it safe. And again, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Maybe it is Allied victory. From the dead, Blue's units are chasing Teal's trade carts and going into Gray's base. And Ariane says T90 wall in the chat. He lets everyone know what his strategy is by saying that, if they didn't already see it. So chat, let's fill up Twitch chat with some T90 walls in dedication to this ridiculous strategy from Ariane. I mean, it can all fall apart if someone blows up the trees with the petards, but if no one thinks of it, then I think he's good. His poor trade carts are lonely. Very lonely. There we go. There we go. I think we need a few more walls because Ariane is really... He has a lot of walls laid down here. I don't think Twitch chat has quite matched that. A28, I think you have the tree confused with the walls, man. I think you have them confused. It's weird because I didn't think you liked trees. So Teal's trade, that kind of sucks for him. He was trying to trade with a longer distance, but he's losing his trade cards to Blue's units. So he might need to ask Gray to convert the units, so he's able to trade. But Teal is pushing with the petards, and those fortified walls don't last long with the petards. Boom! Yeah, look at that! So here's the monastery he needs to kill. It's still pretty far away. Now you can't build lots of bombard towers with this mod because it takes up population space to build them. So that's another thing that this mod implements to keep people from being too campy. So we have the elite petards, because without the elite petards you couldn't buzz through this, right? It'd be impossible. So we have that, and then we have the pop space cap with the bombard towers. So 150 years is a long time, and Guncha is taking the initiative. Elite cataphracts versus conquistadors. If you keep the conquistador numbers higher, it could be very nice. And yellow is also going to start pushing in here soon as well. So they know what Ariane's going for. They know how to stop it, and they're getting ready. Now, meanwhile, Gray, he's getting relics. So he has 3 relics. This will soon be 4, and this will soon be 5. So Gray is going to get relics again. Now, I really hope he splits up the monasteries. Again, imagine if he put the monasteries on an island surrounded by a bunch of keeps or something. That would be amazing. And then if purple gets sniped, Gray will have the countdown. This is a very unique game we have here, guys. This is special. Shashlike needs to remember the power of the petards, though. He's allied with Teal again, for those wondering. And yeah, Ariane is starting to wall up some more. So strong strategy from Ariane. I like the guy. He seems like a nice guy, but I really want to see him lose out here. Because there's a lot of potential for after that now that Gray gets the relics. Wow. At least get Siege Ram, I think. If you're Shashlike. Siege Ram or petards. That's gotta be your play. Shashlike has 90 military units, 91 to be exact. So that's a lot. And I don't know if Guncha can push in on his own. So they need to be talking. Pick up their fingers from the mouse for a second and just say, look, you need to push faster because I can't do this alone. Digital says, if Purple dies with 0 years, will he be shulkered even when it isn't King of the Hill? Yeah, so when Relic Victory or Monument Victory hits 0 years, it needs to stay on 0 years for like half a second to a second. You don't instantly win when it hits 0. The Shulker, that was the first time we realized that, was when Shulker lost the monument at 0 years. Because for a little while, it's at like half a year or 2 months or something, you know? Okay. Does the relic win work here? Obviously, you don't need every relic. So, a lot of people are just joining the stream, so I'll explain the situation again. You get relics in this game mode by killing a king. You get 4 relics that you can pick up, like Gray just did after Blue died, and then garrison them in your monastery. If you have 5 total relics, regardless of where you get them from, you start the relic countdown. So, Ariane, he doesn't have a ton of gold in the bank, but he's obviously getting them from his, I believe, 7 relics, right? So, he has 97 years, and I honestly feel like he can hold this. I don't think anyone can kill him, because Teal doesn't have the momentum right now. Ariane's king and his relics are in the back corner. So, they need to push fast. And, again, I think petards would be the option. They just haven't thought of it. I guess Ariane thought of it, because the petards, the elite petards that we have here as well, can blow up the trees. But regardless, this game has been interesting. It's been a funny game. You know, it's almost a way to make these Pilgrims games go faster to use this mod, because then players are forced to attack each other when someone gets Relic Victory. Because without the Relic Victory, it could still go on for a long time. And earlier, Ariane deleted a majority of his villagers, so he could have 180 population in military. Yeah, this force will not do it for sure. Guncha, he doesn't have the gold, because he doesn't have relics. He's only at 100 pop, so it's all on yellow. And he, in my opinion, is too far away from this. 75 years. Now, Gray should send his Trebs in. Gray should help here. Gray, let's look at the achievements. He's converted 122 units, but compared to the others, he hasn't attacked much, right? So, in my opinion, Gray should be helping, because if he doesn't help, he dies. Yeah, Skip, I agree. I think this makes Pilgrims even better. So, what is Gray going for? That's my question. Does he have a strat here? Maybe he's still converting units? All game he's been converting dead units. Oh, man. I really want to message Shashlike and say, go for petards, but I shouldn't do that. You know, I should let the players play their strats. It's okay for me to message them when they don't know about something, but Shashlike used them earlier. I guess he's running low on gold too, but he could sell some of that wood. Will Gray help? Okay, he's sending Trebs. Don't tell me he's gonna snipe Shashlike. If he goes for teal or for yellow, I'll be kind of annoyed, because it doesn't make much sense if he wants to win the game, right? So he's on the move, chat. He's on the move. Yeah, they need something more than just Trebs. And onagers can't cut through the trees, unfortunately. Can they do it? I don't think so. Ariane's... things are looking peachy. Yeah, things are fine for him. Only 38 years? Yeah, I think he has it now. So, I mean, maybe if that's the expectation, maybe if Gray expects Purple to win this with a Relic Victory, after 2 hours, maybe Gray just will go for a snipe here. Maybe he goes for teal. I don't know. Yo, Killer B, what's up, man? Chat, if we could throw some salutes to Killer B, welcome to the stream. This is a, well, we're near the end of a Pilgrims Diplomacy Regicide game with Relic Victory, with a mod that allows you to garrison units in trade carts, with a mod that gives you Elite Petard, with some crazy stuff, to put it simply. Obviously, your viewers missed most of this epic game, but Purple is about to win with this monastery in the corner. And then after this, we'll do some more games, guys. I'll be doing community games all day. Thank you again for the host. Rick, thank you for the 5 months, by the way. Yeah, Gray is helping, I guess, but he's helping too late, and there's just no way they can get back to this monastery, so Ariane's plan worked. Ariane's plan worked. Barring a mishap where he ungarrisons his relics by accident or deletes his monastery or king by accident, I think he has this game. Yeah, Gray, you know what he could do? This is all you can do now. Oh, it's been rewalled. I was going to say, you could just send in your units, your trebs, and just go after the monastery and hope for the best. You'll lose most of them, but just hope you can kill it. But no, that won't happen, because Purple has been rewalling this. Slacker, it's game 7, it's called Community Games. And Ariane says, Gray, won an Allied victory. The Allied victory shouldn't be on. He says, I really betrayed you. I feel very bad. Well, Ariane has a conscience. Gray says, okay. What do you think about that, chat? Yeah, see, it didn't work. It didn't work. They changed each other to ally, right? Yeah, they changed each other to ally and it didn't work. So, Gray doesn't get the victory. Good. I wanted it to be a last man standing. I wanted it to be just one person. So, Ariane gets the win. Man, for those that missed it, we had a blue wonder, a partial gray wonder, a partial gray relic victory, and then purple relic victory in the end, which won it. Multiple king snipes. It started off with Snippy in the north. Let's not forget about that. And he looped around the whole map with transports and petards and sniped Kamisha, who was here. In fact, some of his petards are still there. And then he ended up sniping green in the same fashion. So there were some epic moments in this game.
OMG, I've been missing your streams.
Ariane, all caps, says, can we call this game on YouTube The Legend of T90 Wall? What do you think, chat? What do you think? Yes or no? Well played, Ariane. Deserved victory, man. I think it's the first community game victory for you, so congrats. Chewy? Oh, man, what are... I'm hiccuping, man. That was too much to swallow, apparently, that game. Thank you for the 10. There's the KD for you. Shash-like with some insane numbers with kills. But strategically, he just couldn't get a grasp on it. I think that the issue for many of the players in this game, like Kamisha, Shash-like, and Sally, and even Snippy, is that their scores were high, and they're known as good players, so people focused them down first. That is the beauty of community games. Because otherwise, if there was no diplomacy, many of those individuals would have had an easy game, I think. So here's the eco stats behind this. I am interested to see. Yeah, 36k gold for Shash-like. It wasn't the trade profit either, because there was barely any trade profit for most people except for Ariane and Gunsha. It was collecting gold off the map. Wow, I didn't realize that Gray sent so many resources. Look at that! He sent 20,000 resources to Sally. Sally, what did he send you? Mundorf, what was sent? That's a lot of resources, dude. Wood. Yeah, didn't you have 100,000 wood at one point? That's funny. I forgot about that. Mundorf, when you watch it back, man, we were laughing at you. You're converting dead units. 122 conversions. I don't think you... No, you converted one unit that was alive, and that was a trebuchet. That's hilarious. Yeah, maybe he needed 1,000 more conversions. Well, anyway, well played. I'm pretty sure this will go to YouTube at some point. So YouTube, if you'd like to join the party, click the Twitch link below in the video description and pay attention to my schedule. I do community games every Thursdays, and they're normally very long streams on top of the expert games and tournaments we do, all related to Age of Empires 2, which is the best game in the world. Mr. Finally, when I say converting dead units, the individuals themselves were dead. So their units were inactive. Like, he was converting Snippy's units after he died, Kamish's units after he died. A lot of people who were already dead, he was converting their units. Zombies, exactly. All right, so we're not done here. If you want more community games, we have more coming right up. Do you guys want to see that same mod again?